Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. In this video we will show you how to create a tour booking website using WordPress, WooCommerce and a free plugin. And at the end of the video we may show some features of the pro part, but we'll basically be showing most of the free features of the plugin. So let's get started. So as you can see, we have a fresh new WordPress installed. So for this tutorial you can use any WordPress theme you want. For the sake of our viewers, we will be using one of the most popular theme, which is Astra. So once we install it, we don't need to do anything else. So now let's go and first install WooCommerce, because this is what we will use for the payment gateways. So as WooCommerce is now installed, let's now proceed with the basic setup. So let's say 250 ABC Road. So let's say Canada. So let's say Kingston. So okay, 7M248. Now let's go to no thanks. So here we will choose an industry. So as we are going to develop a travel website, we can choose others. Continue. We don't have any physical products. It's mostly downloads. No, not downloads. Basically we just take anything you want. And let's say 1 to 10. No, we already installed Astra. Now let's set up a so from here you can set the WooCommerce basic settings. We need to set up a payment gateway in order to receive the booking payment. So here your wish, you can choose either cash on delivery or check payments or bank payments or WooCommerce payments. So let's set up cash on delivery for now. So basically customer will book and then they can pay on the day of the tour or booking details. So let's say this. Now let's install our main plugin, which is called Toolfix. So Toolfix is a travel and hotel booking solution for WooCommerce. What it does, it has all the features to create a travel and hotel booking website. We now go to Toolfix settings. You'll see there are two options, hotel and tours. As we will be showing tours, we'll be disabling the hotel. We already covered how to create hotel on another video. The link of the video should be right above now or on the descriptions below. Now let's save it. Now these are basically some disabling options. Search, for search result you need to create a search result page. Here we already did that, and you need to select this template and then save it here. And then we need to fix the permalink. So for tours, by default it's tours. So if you want to make it travel, then let's save it as travel. Now let's create our tours. Before that, let's add some destinations. So let's say Dhaka, London, Toronto. Okay, and you can add some photos of the destination, featured photos if you want. Sorry. So now let's add our first tour. So let me get some dummy data. So let's say the tour name is $7 with 5 days city tour. Now let me hide some unusual items. So here, first option, set this tour as featured, we are skipping this. Tour page layer is currently 1. Tour gallery, let me add some gallery photos. Tour video is part of the pro. Now on locations, here you can add the locations of the tours. So let's say 251 ABC Road, Canada. But if your dynamic location is based on map, you need to buy pro. Now let's go to information. So let's say the tour is basically 1 day tour. Tour type is fixed. How many people? Let's say 20. How many languages are supported? Let's say English, Hindi, French. So tour highlights. So this is basically a summary of the tour. So there is the highlight. The contact info is still upcoming. So tour extras, this is also pro feature. Now let's go to price settings. So here are two type of price. One is per person basis and one is per group. Group is part of pro, as we are basically showing the free part. So for adult, let's say the price is 50, for child is 30, and for infant it's 10. If you want to add any discount, you can do that. Let's say we are adding a percentage discount of 5%. And here you can disable any of the above pricing plan. So availability, continuous and fixed. Continuous is basically so if you set it it will be show continuously on the search result. But if you want fixed tours, like the tour date will be on next month's first to third week, you can set it on pro. So how many minimum person to travel? Let's say 5, and maximum is 10. These are all pro features. Let's skip booking pro feature, exclude. So included items are, let's say, lunch, transport, what more? Let's say okay, let's say stay with 2. Exclude is, let's say, insurance, baby food. So this is the itinerary is the main tour plan. So let's add. So on 10 a.m. we will go to place A to place B. So you can upload an image of the place and you can add a description of the place. Let me add a small description. So on 10:30 a.m. we will be on let's say BBB Street. And let's say on 12 p.m. we will be on CCC Road. So FAQ, almost as you can understand. So let's add some FAQs. Terms and conditions, you can set your own terms and conditions here. Settings are basically to disable reviews and other sections. As we are using Astra, we need to select the stretched layout. Let's disable title. So this location is basically London. Now let's publish. So if we now view on front end, as you see, so this is the search result. Okay, so we forgot to add the featured image. Okay, so this is a single to layout page. This is search, title, address. These are the price. these are description, highlights, overview, included, excluded. This is the travel plan. This is our map. Because we didn't put a correct address, that's why the map is showing like this. This is the FAQ and terms and conditions, and there's the reviews. Now let's make our home page based on the tours. So if you go to Toolfix sites of tour shortcode page, so there is a search form here. So instead of hotel, it can be tour, and on the recent hotel it can be recent tours. Yep. Sorry. Now let's see how it shows on front end. So here is a tour and here is the search phrase. So let's say someone is looking for a London tour. There are 2 adults, 1 children, and is the date. So there you see we now have a city tour. So if we open, there's everything. Now let's select date and let's book now. So as you see, minimum 5 persons is required based on what we set. Sorry, where we set. So minimum 5%. So let me increase the adult now. There we go. Now it's on the checkout. So if we now fill up these data, and place order. So 1 2 3. Okay, now we need to get a valid postal code. Let me just change our country. So our order is done and this tour is now booked. Now if you go to WooCommerce orders, as you see, someone has ordered this data. So that's how you can set up your own travel booking website. So in our case, we set up the cash on delivery. So if you need PayPal, Stripe, all you have to do is basically set up payment gateways through WooCommerce and it will show on the front end. So now let's talk about some of the pro features of Toolfix. To install the pro features, you need to download it from our client portal. So I already downloaded a version. So once you install and activate it, now let's go to Toolfix settings. So here you'll see most of the options panel are now available. The most important part here is the multi-vendor function. So now customer can you can also add vendors on your website and they can also sell their own tour plan. So in order to create multi-vendor, so here you need to enable all these options. So enable registrations, and here are options like vendor can add hotel, location, tour destinations. So as we are working with tour, we will select the tour destination. So the registration form, we need to create a page with this short code. So let me name it registration form. So if we check, so as it's saying we are already registered. Let me show from the incognito. So here is a registration form. You can register as a customer and you can register as a vendor, and you can enable or disable email verification. You can enable login restrictions, so without verification customer cannot log in. And with this shortcode you can create a custom login form. And there are some other options here which are mostly for pros. So for example, on the review settings you can create your own review fields. You can also add as many review fields as you want. So these are all review parameters. You can calculate based on 5-star or 10-star. Same for the tours. Apart from that, there is one more exciting thing here, which is the booking details. So if you go to booking details, you will see all the upcoming booking data here. So on the orders, so if we now complete this order, okay, so as the booking details is installed later after the order, so that is why the data is not showing. So let me try to order another booking. Five person is required. Okay, now order is done. Now the booking details should be available. There you go. So as you can see, it's order number, customer details, tour details, order date, total price, and status, and cash on delivery. So you can get all your future booking details from here. Now on the single tour part, let me show you some advanced features. For example, now you can add tour video here. So let's say we want to add, okay, let me add this video. So as you can see, we now have a video icon here. So if I click, the video is showing. On the location, as you see, we now have the pro locations enabled. So let's say we are searching from, so as you see, there are a lot of places available here. So if I select this, and you can also set latitude and longitude. So now as you see, the data, the address data has now changed. On information, everything was nothing here. So for the price settings, now we have group pricing. So in group pricing, you can just put one price for the whole group. Previously it was per person basis on the free. On the pro, you can set a group price and the remaining should same, and you can also disable pricing. On the availability, we can now have a fixed date. So on the fixed date, you can, for example, if you set like this date, then only a customer can book within this tour can only be booked within these days. Apart from these days, this tour date will not show. And on continuous, we now have some more advanced option available. For example, you can now set time. You can also disable specific days of this tour. You can also set disable date range. For example, this tour is not available within this range. And you can also disable specific date. For example, on the 30th, this tour is not available. So as you see, we now have more advanced feature on this part. This is basically minimum days. For example, if I set 5 days, then if the tour date is on 30, then after 25 no one can book this tour. Rest of the items are basically mainly free part, but as I have not shared previously, on free part you can add up to 5 FAQs, 5 itinerary, 5 include exclude, but on pro you have unlimited options. So that's basically it for the pro version of Toolfix. There are also some exciting features available coming in our next tier. We will upload separate video for those exciting features. Till this date I think I have covered most of the items. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions. Thank you so much.